Hello folks, welcome to Starbound Frackin Universe Bee-Vamp. This is episode 3, and we have much to discuss. I've been experimenting off camera to resolve some of the questions that we had last time, and we've had some very interesting chats in the comments of episode 2, and I'm pleased to see that people did confirm quite a few things as I'd already discovered off camera, and we also had the creator of the mod dropping some very useful knowledge. So if you are a bit confused about the bee system, particularly all the new changes, I'm going to spend the first few minutes rounding up everything that we know. But before that, I should say I'm in a bit of a flap, because I just restarted the game like 10 minutes ago, and the mod just updated. This means it has deleted all the old style bees finally, frames, mite items, and the old bee collection. I haven't even had a chance to check this out yet, so I'm going to do that now, because just before the changes, I moved all my old bees and things into here. And they have now, turned into perfectly generic items. These used to be bees! Although the honeycombs have survived. Most of these honeycombs are old ones. But, that's good. God, this space is all new. So elsewhere in the updates changelog, you can now scan drones in the microscope, which is nice because we couldn't previously and it was annoying. But now that's all done. That's great. I mean, it's great news. I mean, you can even do stacks at a time. Also, lots of new subspecies of bees have now been added, which I believe means there are now 2 subspecies for every species. We already discovered things like the leafcutter had both the meanderer type and the leafcutter type, but now, yes, there's plenty more to discover. Also, the toughness stat for bees has been nerfed for many species, which means I do have to rejig my spreadsheet. Yes, I've got a spreadsheet now. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is run down everything that I've learnt and hunt some bees whilst I do it, just so we're not just stood here in our base. I'll go back up to my ship, and then we'll teleport down to, I think it's a snowy planet, something that we haven't explored yet, and hopefully find some new bee types. Australis too, mate! What an award-winning accent. Okay, so here's my book of knowledge about bees so far. I'll be trying to hunt bees as I do this, so I apologise if I make a right old ash of it and miss all the bees. So let's start off by talking about subspecies of... Oh my god! Hang on. Oh, it's an ice tip. That's not a bee. So we'll start off by talking about subspecies. The leaf icon that you see next to some bees, or in fact all bees, when they first start out, does indicate it's a wild bee. As I think we mentioned last time, the icon will apparently disappear after a couple of generations. There are now roughly 2 subspecies per bee species as of this update. We've already found, for instance, in the leafcutter species, the regular leafcutter and the crappy old meanderer. To get an apiary working with new bees, an apiary must have at least 1 frame installed for the queen to actually mate. Something that a lot of people pointed out in the comments, and I also discovered off camera whilst experimenting. The bees you put in must be in their working phase of the day for the queen to actually mate. Seems obvious in retrospect, but there you go. Queens mate with drones after a random amount of time, during which the drones will slowly die off, so you'll probably need more than 1 drone to get the apiary started. Queens can mate with any species of bee, wild or bred, but some species don't actually get on, and the old drones will kill the new drones almost instantly. I found that out when experimenting with leafcutter and squash, a queen and a drone of them, where all the new drones just immediately disappeared. A leafcutter and honeybees were fine, which is handy. Flowers are needed next to your apiary, or nearby anyway, and some bee types do favour different flower types, and that's been enhanced in the latest update. Another bug. All I can find is bugs. Genetics-wise, a wild bee always starts with the same stats based on its subspecies, and I think that both queen and drone have the same stats. When a working apiary produces a young queen, that's when the stats change happens. That's when you get your little mutations or whatever. The young queens that you see getting produced in apiary, and I think they only turn into fully grown adults once you've actually put them in a new apiary. I think the working apiaries also spawn fully grown queens outside the hive, which I believe has the same genetics as the main queen, although I haven't fully experimented there. Working apiaries also spawn fully grown drones from time to time. Crossbreeding, though, I think this is the thing that people are most confused about at the moment, because they know about the old bee system. Crossbreeding, well, you don't get new bee types anymore by crossbreeding. Ha! That's another frostfly. There's probably another one there. Are there any bees here at all? It's all bloody frostflies. Another one. Ugh. God damn it. And so in future, apparently, this is according to the dev, there may be the ability to splice genes to discover new subspecies within the same species. That's not guaranteed. That's just a speculation on his behalf. That is actually most of what I needed to tell you about the knowledge. So I still need to try and find some snowy bees. We seem to be a bit lacking in them. Uh-oh. Are you cool? Are you cool? You seem to be cool. Oh, that's not true. It's not true. They are actually evil. They're evil cowboys, and they can bugger off. We need to... Oh, hello. Oh, God, there's a... How do we get up there? Well, I can fly. So why not? This occasionally happens, I think, when there's a town. Sometimes you get little floating islands spawning up above, but it doesn't happen very often, that. Oh! I think this might be a bee. I just saw it it's very fast. It's the wiliest one of all. Huh! There we go. A Rimewing drone. Ooh! Finally, that took ages. And apparently the spawn rate, when you actually get a wild bee like that, apparently the probabilities are, I think it's 60% to be a drone and 40% to be a queen. That's a change for this update. So there's another drone. Suddenly we're finding them. I wonder if it's a nighttime bee. I don't know. Well, we'll see. We've got a drone at least. So, Rimewing on a snowy planet. That's new knowledge for my spreadsheet. Right, so my trove from that trip was 3 drones and 1 queen. We did find a Rimewing queen, which is very handy indeed. Let's see, where are we? There they are. So, yeah, 3 identical drones and 1 queen. So if the genetics of a bee is identical, it will stack. Otherwise, it won't. But let's do it. Let's put some drones through a microscope for the first time. Well, it's slow going, so whilst that's doing that, apparently drones do produce a little bit of research, but not nearly as much as the queen. Let's actually try and craft a better microscope, because I'm bored of using that one. Especially when we're doing drones, it'll take a while. So I think we need to go to here, and we need to do microscope. No, not that one. That one. So we're going to need advanced circuit, titanium bar, durasteel, advanced processor, and electromagnet. Now that should be easy enough. I bet we're missing at least one. Advanced circuit and advanced processor. Need durasteel. Tits. Hopefully that's enough titanium bar. I'll take the ore just in case. And electromagnet. All stuff that we've accumulated at some point during the series. Let's see if that's enough. Xeno. Oh, an Elder Altar. Oh god, not that again. Microscope. Oh, we still haven't got... Oh, we need 6 more titaniums. Easily done. We have the ore. Last furnace. Still got some gunk in there from before. Now we will need to once again just rejig the power to make it actually work. Wow, that was fast. 10 titaniums all in a row. Nice. Right. Another apiary crafting station. There it is, the electron microscope. Examining things really, really close up. It's a big bugger by the looks of it as well. Might be bigger than the portable ones that we've had so far. Yeah, a bit bigger. What I'll probably do is, therefore, always have a microscope on me, so when we're in the field we can actually do something with that. So we've got our 3 drones back when I did that as well. Right, so that's exactly the same. Let's put that queen through it this time. The new one. The new queen through the new microscope type, and let's see how fast this is. Hang on, that's a drone. Not that. There's the queen. Unknown type at the moment. That was faster, but it's not hugely fast. Alright, so, by the looks of it, it is actually a night bee. Well, it works during the night anyway. Base production 4, drone toughness 5, that's probably a nerf. Breed rate 1, breed rate 2, lifespan 1000! Mutation chance 69, nice. Mite resistance poor, and work time night. Right, so let's have a look at the drones as well. Ooh, hang on. Ah, okay, that's interesting. The drone and the queen don't match in terms of subtype. The queen is a snatchling. whereas the regular one is just a subtype Rimewing. Ah. Well, we can't compare the stats, but trust me, they would be the same if they were the same species. It looks like... Hang on, let's put them together. It looks like... They are similar, but the Rimewing looks tougher, whereas the Snatchling looks slightly longer lived. Also, the Queen breeds a bit faster with you. Well, let's put them into my Wild Queen thing. And the Wild Queen drone thing. I haven't tested this system yet. All these chests with clever signs and everything. I don't know if that's actually going to be what I do. I mean, over here... Well, I mean, I tore down all the old apiaries, which had all the queens and drones had died off anyway. So I got the production. So what we need to do first, I think, if we're going to start a new line, we will need to experiment with what line we actually want. So what I think I'll do is I'll set up. We've got the squash, honey, sand, and leaf. I've also got this bloody ice lad. I'll probably do that in this mystery one to see what we can get out of it. Well, we'll see. It'll be an interesting experiment because we'll see what the Rimes produce, what like byproducts they produce, and we'll also see what the stats end up being. So we'll take one queen. We'll take all 3 drones, and it's night time, so this should work. We haven't got a frame in there. Frames are in here, I think. Oh, those are the old style frames. We can bin them. Anti-mite frame 2. Let's put that in. Boop. And drone. Oh, we'll put the queen in first. Right, don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Oh. The queen's... Oh, that's interesting. The drones are going up, but it's the same stack. It's turned him... Has it turned him into snatchlings? No, I'm not 100% sure what happened there, but we seem to have lost the original... We've lost the original Rime ring subspecies, and so now they're both snatchling. That's fine though, because I think the snatchling seem to be a better one, a better bee. The trouble is, I didn't actually get a chance to write all the stats down on my spreadsheet of importance, which is annoying. By the looks of it, we're getting frozen honey and frozen beeswax. We might get some other stuff as well. So I'll set up some of the other hives or apiaries as well and see what's what. And I'll also update my spreadsheet. Like a nerd! So a while later, I have set up my squash and I've set up my ice thing. It turns out it produces Arctic honeycomb, ice crystal, frozen honey, and the beeswax. We've already seen 2 of those. We're producing more drones. The queen's still very much alive. She's got 1,000 lifespan. That's really good. Squash are day bees, so they're not producing at the moment. I haven't actually set up these lads yet, mainly because I needed to go out and get some more stuff, because I've got basically, let's forget about all the bees from episode 2. I've just gone and got a load of new ones. I've gone back to a different lush planet and got a bunch of queens and drones, which we can now microscope. So let's bung these through. So we'll start with the honey. Well, what I'll do is I'll start off simply with a honey queen and a honey drone. I'm not going to try and do anything clever, just so we can see what products we get. But also, so we've got a big stack of drones, just for future use. It's a good idea to keep them for later. Right, and the drones. It looks like we've got 2 different kinds of drone here. It'll just run through the stack here. Or probably it doesn't run through the stack. Yeah. Oh, it does. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, it just does them both. Fine. So what have we got? We've got... These are both honeybees, but honey drone, subtype honey. This one is... Oh, a plated honeybee. Oh, we had plated honeybees last time. So in actual fact, the honey one, the regular one, we didn't see last time. Okay, that's good. Now, we've done plenty of leafcutter queens before, so this should probably... This will be one of the 2 types we've already seen. There's the regular leafcutter for the queen. This will probably be a different one. This will be the meanderer, because it didn't stack. Yes, it's a meanderer. These are the really piss ones. And we've got drones. Both of them, because they stack, they'll both be of the same type. And I'm getting research out of this, which is nice. Oh, it's a meanderer. No, they're terrid. And squash queen. I'll just put 1 queen through, I think. Oh, actually, I've only discovered one type of squash subtype before. Harrowing! Ooh, that's new. We've got 4 different types of queen. That's interesting. I wonder why they don't stack. Or maybe I'm wrong about the bees. Wild bees always starting on exactly the same stat. Although, having said that, I think it's just that queens don't stack. I think that's it. I think it's just the drones that stack. So yeah, ignore my panic there. So we've got 2 harrowings, a squash, another harrowing, and the drone is of type. I'm glad I got this electron thing sorted. And a harrowing drone. Unfortunately, we've only got 1 drone there. And the squash ones that are already going, yes, they are indeed regular squash. So let's compare type by type. Harrowing, by the looks of it, harrowing are actually a bit tougher. The drones breed faster though. Well, yes, also, yeah, the harrowing is, by the looks of it, is better. Toughness and breed rate faster. Longer lifespan. Higher mutation chance. But their mite resistance is piss. It's a minus number, which I've not seen before. Both are day bees. So essentially, you probably want a harrowing subtype, but you'd need to put in a lot of anti-mite frame type stuff. Interesting. Was there anything else? No, we've met those. So there's a plated honeybee compared to the regular honeybee. It looks like the plated honeybee, it makes sense, but it's tougher, the plated honeybee. But it breeds much slower. Doesn't last as long. Mutation chance, whatever. Really there, what you're looking at is you'd probably want to breed up a regular honeybee and do something about the toughness, rather than try to worry about the plated honeybee, which is tough, but is a bit piss in other respects. And that's your bees. Oh, hello, there's a... hang on. I think I've just picked a flower by mistake there. We have ourselves a squash drone, and presumably it's of an unknown type. So let's see if it's the same as the original. Because I still haven't quite really experimented with this much. Was that the one that we just got? No, it was that one. I was going to say. If this is a harrowing... Oh, no, this won't be a harrowing. Because, yes, it came from the squash lads. So let's compare these two. Oh, it's different. Oh. I'm sure the toughness just changed before. Yeah. The only difference is the toughness, but that's simply because the game's updated, the mod's updated. So I've actually got a legacy, really, really tough squash bee. That's the one I was breeding up. But they're not supposed to be 24. They are actually now supposed to be 4, I think. So I have actually got a rogue tough bee, which will probably punch the lights out of anything else. The toughness, apparently, I think is something to do with... I thought it might have been mites, but that's mite resistant, surely. I don't know. Right, it's getting towards evening now, so we better hurry up in setting up these lines. I've just realised I've been in admin mode, which is naughty of me, but I was time skipping. Because of the whole day and night thing. Anyway, let's set up a honey bee line. Oh, we need frames. Oh, hang on. We might just get away with the basic frame. Well, we haven't got any materials at all. I'll try and get an anti-mite frame on the go, but... Is there anything we can... Okay. This could take for a while. Let's just steal one of those. And one of those. They haven't been used up yet, apparently. So apparently they do get used up eventually. So we're making a honey and a leaf one. So let's put one into there. I've already put the name of it. So honey. So honey queen. Subtype honey. Yeah. So let's go for this. Let's go for this subtype honey as well for this. Stay alive. Stay alive. Yep. All fine. So it seems like they don't actually die off. They do actually start appearing straight away, pretty much, but not always. I don't know. But I think it's always best to start with more than one drone. Anyway, they're up and running, so let's get the leaf lads up and running as well. There you are. It'd be good to see just how used up this is, like a stamina. It's just so you know if they're about to pop, whatever. Just like the queen lifespan thing. Anyway, queen, and we've only got one. We've only got meanderer drones. Well, let's see. This will be an interesting experiment to see what happens with the genetics here. It might just drag down the leaf cutter subspecies. We shall see. Anyway, it's already taken, so drones are being produced, and we get to see exactly what they produce as well. Oh, the honeybees have stopped. Oh, it's night time already. Ah, here's an interesting thing. Yes, the leafcutter subspecies is a day and night bee, so that's continuing on, whereas the honeybee produced a bit of honey and a bit of dirt and then went to sleep. The lazy sods. So surely, yes, here we go, the ice lads are now up and running again because they're night bees. It looks like the thing's already overrun with stuff. Oh dear, all these queens. Well, we're going to have to see what sort of queens they are, because if we scan those, we'll try and find the best bee possible. In the meantime, I do need to get rid of all these sods that appear to have been accumulating in my thing. They're all wild bees, so I'll put them in there. Wild drones. What's them? The sand prowler. Oh yeah, the sand prowler. That was the not very good one, because we actually managed to breed a better bee there, I think. In the last episode, that was the one success we had, if I remember correctly, which I'm probably not. Anyway, so let's take out some of these and start scanning. I don't really like the fact that it just absolutely fills the damn thing with these young queens. It's way too many. I mean, it's just going to clog the thing up. Maybe an item transfer network is in order, but I can't be bothered. That's so much effort. Right, let's see what happens with these queens then. These, just to remind myself, these are the snatchling type. So 4, 5, 1, 2 and all that. 4, 6, 2, 1. That's different. Interesting. So let's scan a few more and see what the differences are. Right, I've run them all through. Oh my god, there's yeah, I keep forgetting I need to close the doors. There's a rogue, a leafcutter queen. We never actually did work out whether these new ones were... I forgot to look. Whether the new ones produced from here are the same or not. Or did we? God damn it, this episode's been so start because I've just been doing a million things off camera, just writing things down and stuff. So that was... Okay, so that was a spawned one. That was a leafcutter. So I'm just going to compare the one that just popped out with what we've got. It's a 3521. 3521. It's identical, yes. Yeah, okay, yeah. So, bin. Who cares? But we have actually got all our... Well, it looks like we have, apart from the honeybee, we have probably learnt all that we're going to learn from what pops out, production-wise. Yeah, they've produced a lot as well. I'm keeping the squash one separate, partially because of building reasons, but I already know that leafcutters and squashes don't get on. That might only be a case when you try to breed them, but I think I prefer to keep them separate. Anyway, so let's have a look at our new young queens. And we basically need to choose the one that we want, which will be the best genetics. So that's 4621. 5410. Bin. 4314. That's very... The queen breeds very fast there. So that's a good stat. 3511. That's a tougher bee. What I really should do is keep her... This is the drone. This is the starting stats drone, I think. So we need to compare it to that. So 4512, 4312. That's terrible. That queen can die. 3511, and that's the toughness one, isn't it? No, it's the same there. That's no tougher than the parent. 4542. That's better. 54524. That's similar, but nah. 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 It's got 0 in there. No. No. All of them are still night bees. What I was hoping to do is try and experiment by crossbreeding a sand prowler and a leafcutter to try and get the night and day aspect of a leafcutter into a sand prowler, and see if we can get like a sand prowler queen that can work all day and all night, which might be an interesting thing to do. So we have our sort of like we have our possibilities. I don't think that one's any good. This one's I say this is a tougher bee, and there's also the drones breed a bit faster. So I'm wondering whether that should be our lad, our new generation. It's queen, and presumably we just use an old drone. I think that should be suitable, shouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. So when there's a spare... In fact, this generation, I mean, we may as well get rid of all this, I guess. And just recycle this hive, apiary, with the new lot. I mean, if are these all the same? Yes, they are. So if I put some back in, but with a new queen, what do we do with this queen? Just kill her, I guess. We now put in the tougher Rimewing with a bunch of these drones dying. Oh, they're the old ones. I think we can't use them. Or is it? Oh, hang on a second. It's daytime. Oh. So I've cleared out the apiary completely. Got all the trove, the beeswax, and all that. And let's start a new generation. Let's use the new queen, the advanced queen, and put in what presumably just another load of the old drones, which are the same stats as Generation 1. Let's try Generation 2 versus Generation 1. This time, look. That's more like it. So we've finally killed off those old drones and created a new line of drones with the stats of the current queen. This is more like it. So now we've finally got some better drones. Nice. 4621. Oh, hello. We've also got a bastard, which presumably is one of the new ones. We'll double check. Well, triple check. I really, really want to get to the bottom of this just to make sure this is actually the case. I don't know why these things spawn at the moment these days, because they are identical to the things that are appearing in this slot anyway. And the queens are just the same as that one, so I don't know. Anyway, so that's now producing. Good. Right, so we've actually enhanced our line a little bit. But the other thing I want to do is, as I say, I was going to do a whole thing, but let's just try and do a crossbreeding thing once. I was going to try and cross... I was going to do Sunprowler and Leafcutter, but I think that might be a... I don't think we've... Have we got any Sunprowler queens? Oh, we do have this one. Okay. So we'll do a Sunprowler queen with a Leafcutter drone. We'll take it from... Oh my god, this queen's almost dead. We'll have to do something about this. I'll make sure that I keep a fat stack of all the drones. Honey drone as well. Just in case the queen dies and I'm not there and the drones all die and stuff. Make sure we've got fat stacks. Also the squash. Completely forgetting about them. In their own little world. Oh, the queen's dead. Oh my god, that was close. The drones are all dying off. Whew. Well, we managed to rescue some of them. Anyway, is that another queen? Oh, it's another drone. Well, we'll save those for another time. So what I'm going to do is cross Sunprowler and Leafcutters. So we've got I'm just keep on picking the flowers by mistake. So we'll do this. We'll have to do another hive. Or I'll just use the sand one, because we're not using this in the moment, are we? No, we actually are, because this is going to be the Sunprowler versus Leafcutter. So we'll actually put that sign back. That makes sense, doesn't it? I'll put another leaf underneath there to indicate we are crossbreeding. So this should work. But I mean, this is a bit speculative because what I'm trying to do is try to get the Sunprowler absorb the day and night gene. But I'm not sure if that's actually going to be a thing or not. So we've got the Sunprowler queen. That's the first thing we need, and we need all these drones. So I'll get 10 of them. Now, because it's a Sunprowler queen, she works at night. The Leafcutter works day and night, so we should be good to go at the moment, but we do need a frame. If there's one thing I really hate about this planet, above all else, is that the day and night cycle is so fast that you can't get anything done. Anyway, so we are fully in the night, after a bit of time skipping. Let's actually put the frame in. I've just made some 2 basic frames, just keep us going for the time being. And we're going to put in the bees in question. So the Sunprowler, night bee. Leafcutter, drone, day and night bee. Now, hopefully, if I've understood this correctly... well... what happened there, then? The drones... are identical, but I think maybe we only see the results in the next generation, or is that... Am I thinking of Minecraft again? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if the genes have fully integrated into the queen based on the dead drones. We'll only get to see this when we start to get young queens, though. Yeah, okay, so everything else is pretty much winding down. So this is the new... Oh, yes, this is the new generation, isn't it? So whilst they're trying to produce queens up there, let's scan some new queens down here and see if we can get an even more advanced bee out of this. I think to try and actually get... ideally what I want is to get a night and day sandprowler, which means I can then feed those genes into a honeybee to try and get the mite resistance up in the honeybee line. And then maybe I can feed those back into like the leaf cutters to try and get like a really mite resistant and a higher lifespan queen bee, which is a whole thing that I've tried to work out, but I suspect that will never happen because that's in ideal circumstances where all the genetics works absolutely perfectly and we end up with the most perfect bee ever, which I suspect might be a bit of hard work, frankly. Out of interest, these bees aren't looking particularly that exciting. I'm just having a quick look. Oh, this is exciting. No, this one's good. These ones are a bit piss. Oh, interesting. Okay, we've still got some very variant queens here. Go to that again. I'll get with the apiary. I want to open my inventory, but I was pressing E like an idiot. So that was 6600, whatever. That one's 1721. That one's 4622, but this one is a base production of 7, which is really good. Well, it's a bit better than previous. And also the toughness is 7 as well, and everything else is fine. So this is our new queen, I think. I'll start filling up this with bad ones instead of just like bidding them entirely. So this is a comparison. It looks like our drone breed rate has gone down. But this generation is what we'll probably want to carry over to the next. We've got all these new drones. They don't stack with those. Which one's which? This one's the new ones. Those ones are the original wild bees, pretty much. I need to stop this from happening. We've got the queen that we want, I think. Been the queen. And we're going to set off yet another new generation. We don't want them. I think we want... Oh, it is, yeah. We'll put in those, and we'll start off yet another new generation using you. Excellent. And we've got yet another load, all with the special new toughness thing. Those drones can piss off. And all's looking good, I think. Is that the right queen? I think it is. It doesn't seem to have much of a green bar, but whatever. Excellent stuff. Right, okay, let's check the sandy lads. I've only got one queen out of it so far. Stacking to 2. But we'll try it. We'll give it a bit of a go. Are they, they're night, so they're going to start producing now anyway. But let's just do this and finish things off. Let's see what difference this has made. So the queens do stack. Oh, the young ones stack. Okay, not the fully grown ones. So it looks like we've possibly bred a tougher bee there. Interesting. Okay. We'll compare it to one of the drones. Oh, it looks like it's exactly the same. So I don't know if anything's actually... No, that's just the same. I think we have to wait for more. Oh, I've just taken the drones out, have I? Oh no, that's fine. Yeah. So no, at the moment nothing's really happening there, but I'm hoping some of the genetics will have actually fed through. But it's the night and day thing which I'm really intrigued by, to see if that'll ever change. I don't know if that's actually a changeable thing, but surely it must be. But anyway, we'll pick this up again in the next episode, where we'll do some more experiments with all these various things and see what else we can actually get to try and breed a better bee. We're also going to find some new bees, some new subspecies. Thanks for watching. Do check out the rest of my channel, subscribe and all that, all the usual things. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Give me a